Hey, greetings to everyone. If this camera gets up a little further, um, I'm just going to ramble, right? I'm just going to ramble a little bit before I get into my day. So today was my last day of therapy, and I want to tell you that it was very liberating. It was a liberation. It was a opening in my life that I needed to get into, you know? And that's what the conclusion of my therapy was of 18 weeks. And I want to say if you are feeling in a place that it is not yourself and you are not performing at your highest level and you are not getting to the place where you are at your happiest, you're stuck somewhere in that place, you should talk to someone. I have been through therapy many times in my life, and I'm glad that I have that opportunity. Being now a veteran, and even as a airman, I had that opportunity. So um, I just want to say there are transitions in life. We're going to go through them. Remember that you'll get to places in life that you just don't know how to get through because you've never done it before. I don't care how old you are. Okay, you're going to get to a place that you've never been before, and you're going to be clueless, and you make it to a point where you're or in a transition and you just don't know how to get out of it. And transition is a process of, or a period where you change from a one state or a condition to another. And no matter how long it takes, um, there's going to be bumps and hurdles and pushback all through it. But at the end of that transition, the transition is from one place to another, so it has to stop so another transition can begin. So sometimes at the end of that transition, you don't know how to get through it. You might have all the skills, you might have everything you need to get through it, but you just don't know how to make it happen because you're so overwhelmed with so much information, with so much emotion, and it just becomes clueless. And sometimes you just might feel stupid because you just don't know how to get there, and it makes you embarrassed. I'm speaking on my own experience. That just might feel kind of stupid, or maybe you just don't know how to express it because you ain't never been there before, because it's all up in here. And you might think that someone thinks that you're odd, or you're losing your mind, and that may be the case, or it may not be. But just to talk about it will help you hear yourself talk about it. And then you'll realize the more people you talk about it with, if you can find those people, and if not, make those people occur in your life. Like, you can talk to a pastor, you can go to a church and talk to a pastor. You don't have to pay for a pastor, okay? Just talk. And maybe you need some spiritual guidance, maybe you need some mental guidance. I mean, emotional. Like, a pastor can talk about anything. So don't think it's just all about Jesus or, Muhammad. Uh, we have to talk about how we can exist in this world. Yeah, that's what ministers and pastors do. Just how to exist and find the goodness in everything. There is goodness in everything. It's your mindset, right? It's how you perceive it. And sometimes it gets kind of clouded, and it can turn into depression or anxiety and just a little overwhelming, or all the above. Stressors, all kinds of things happen. I know these things. I've been through it, right? So my experience is that sometimes I've gotten to a point in my transition where I'm trying to get through it, like push through it, or sometimes in the middle of it, like I'm at a hurdle and I have to get through something so I can get to the next phase of it. I'm always pushing through the hardest points of my life. I've never given up. I've tried to, but I couldn't give up. You know what I'm saying? So, because I know there's other people that depend on me, so, and I know I have purpose, and I want to see how far I can get, because I'm competitive with myself. So, that transition, you may need assistance. You may need assistance. So, in talking to a pastor, a friend, a stranger, a community leader, go to a senior citizen. They are a plethora of information and wisdom through a senior citizen, and it's so much they can direct you to or give you wisdom or a different perspective, and that's what we really need sometimes. And that's what therapy is for me, another perspective, or that therapist is actually getting to know who I am, what my goals are, where I came from, and where I'm trying to go, and what the hiccup is, what's going on, so I can address it. Not that therapist, I can address those things, and they kind of like show you where you can focus on, to help you get through some things, a different perspective, looking outside of who you are. You can't do that because you are who you are. So sometimes you need a different perspective. So that opportunity of getting another perspective on getting out this transition really propelled me to do all the things that she and I discussed, especially knowing that at the end of my therapy, I myself want to make sure that I have accomplished what I attained to accomplish. And so I do a lot of work. I'm working all the time. It is a course for me. It's a lesson for me so that I can use this later on in life. And also, as you see, try to teach someone else that may be able to understand what I'm saying. Some people don't speak the same language, So that blockage was cleared because I was able to enter in different dimensions of my new life, my new transition. I was freed up to do it now that I can get out of the old transition. Conclusion is done, right? And start on something new. So now I've started on some great new opportunities in my life that are bringing me the utmost joy, and is motivating me to focus on my next journey in life, with my career, with my spirituality, with my health, all those things, because a holistic life and that needs to be balanced in order for you to have the most productive life and have the most clarity in your life and be the most authentic you in your life. So when you have all those things balanced, it really helps. And I'm still working on those things. I'm reading more about those things because I don't know how to pull it all together sometimes. So reading books and finding how other people do it sometimes can help click. You can click some things in your mind, pull some things together, like, oh, okay, I got it. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. I can do it. It's not impossible. Nothing is impossible. It's all up here. It's hard. It's hard to control those thoughts sometimes, but that's what it's about. It's about control. You have to control your mind. You cannot let the thoughts in your mind control you, because they can take us down. They can take us down. That's why we have to learn about affirmations and meditation and focus on controlling on the best things and the things that make you feel good and don't hurt other people. Because it's about helping other people. Because the more people you help, the more you're going to get help. That's just the way it works in humanity. The more people you help, the more help you get. The more people you tell about your journey, where you want to go, the more people will want to go on your journey, and more people you will find that can help you to get to your journey. So that blockage was released, and now I'm on my journey. Now it helped me get to where I am right now. So that's what therapy is for me, is to release some blockage. in your life. Sometimes that happens. We're vibes, we are energy, right? So sometimes your energy gets blocked, right? So you have to be able to find a way to unblock it, to free it, so you can move through this journey of life. And you have to read. You have to read to get there. You have to talk to people. You have to find mentors. And they don't have to be physical. They could be on YouTube. That's very accessible now. And there's classes you can go to, like I said, through your local city and federal government has free classes. You just haven't tapped into it. And that's what I'm doing, tapping into some free resources now that I have the time to do it, so I can develop the person that I want to become. So in order to do that, I have to train myself. It's about repetition, right? I used to work out. I still work out. Being a competitor, you have to have repetition. And it has to grow. You have to get stronger and stronger, which means you have to bear more weight in order to get stronger. And it's not going to be easy, and it's going to be very difficult. I work out as much as I can, and my body's always sore from something because it's healing from the work I gave it. So my body can be stronger. And it's working little by little. Your body has muscle memory. So when you tap back into it, your muscles are like, "Ooh, let me get back into action." And if you are an athletic person, it's easier for you to come back into training and excel very quickly than for someone who just started, because your muscles pop back into place. Just like in your mind, if you think hard enough, things you can remember. If you just keep keep repetition, keep being self-competitive, because you're not going to always have people on your team or on your dream. Sometimes it's a very lonely life. And that means you have to learn to love yourself more and find out the best things about yourself, so you can entertain yourself and grow and be able to find people who are like-minded and people who are beyond you, like people who you want to be like and emulate, people that you admire, people that can help get you where you need to go. So you can't go down. Like, sometimes you gotta just cut the umbilical cord, and you're gonna have to let it go. My friend said your lap children, those are your friends that always need you, and you feel good because they always need you, but they're not really giving you energy. They're taking from you your time, your energy. They're taking your focus away from what's really important. So, sorry, you're going to have to let the lap children go. You're going to have to let family go. You're going to have to let colleagues go. You're going to let bad habits go, so that way you can become the person you really want to be, if that's what you're about. Everybody ain't about that. Everybody ain't about that life. But I feel like if you want to be a person that is full of joy, and I feel like a person that is joyful really has to be able to enjoy what's going on in every current moment. Like this moment right now, I'm enjoying this moment, right? And you have to find the reasons why to enjoy it, because I'm looking forward to the next moments in life that I'm working on. So, God willing, I keep praying that my life is long, because there's things I want to accomplish and I want to share with my family, and that's what keeps me moving forward, even on those bad days, even in those times when you're not feeling your best. No, I know, but you gotta think about the dream. It's gonna be some bad days, but you can decide on how you want to respond to it. See, I don't have bad days no more. I refuse to have bad days anymore. No more bad days. My days are great every day. Even with my challenges, they're still great. How bad can it really be? How bad can it really be? And if it's going to happen, it's life. I will ask for help so someone can help me. I'm going to ask for help. I'm not going to sit here and deal with it by myself. No, that's not what community is about. That's not what people and friends and family are about. And you have to select those people who are going to help lift you, right? And not pull you down and be energy leeches. Sometimes it's a hard thing to do, but in order for you to move, you can't carry a whole lot of baggage. If you want to elevate, listen, the more sandbags you drop, the higher and the faster you go up. right? So I haven't been on a air balloon, and I'm afraid to go, but I'm gonna try because I just the concept alone just tells you how far you can go. The more baggage you drop off, the higher and the faster you go. That's all a lot of hot air, right? So listen, do what you need to do to get your mind right. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. Somehow, some way, you can do it. And that's all I want to share with you. This holiday is difficult for everyone. In some place, missing family and friends, your grandparents, loved ones. I mean, we lost a lot of people through COVID. And I know people who've been lost through COVID, and just my family members. My family is dwindling down. And the people who gave me so much joy, which is my grandparents, I miss. And I wish they were here. But there's nothing we can do about that. We can just tap into those memories that brought us joy and elevate yourself so that way they can continue to be proud of you. And they're here. They're here. I cry every day missing people. As you get older, you realize people die. And I want to be able to take the best of those memories and use them in my own personal elevation. Talk about those people. That's what we need to do. Talk about those people that brought you joy, why they brought you joy. And then transition that into energy to bring joy to other people's world. So on that note, joy to the world. Find some joy to your world because there ain't too much going on out here, but find it in here. All right? Be at peace. Talk to you later.